Duelist Kingdom action, and in this one we've got Taya going up against Bonz, and given that Bonz, I believe, is on the bottom of the ladder, she's done pretty well. She's just above mid, just below top. So Taya's actually been a pretty good duelist so far. So you would say that Bonz doesn't have much of a chance. It should be an easy win for Taya, but you never know. You never know with Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, Taya wins rock, paper, scissors. And she elects to go first. Okay. Not a bad starting hand. Witch of the Black Forest is good. Fairy's Gift. There's an Eldine and a Muse A as well. And Silver Bow and Arrow. Witch of the Black Forest is played down, and it is a Duelist Kingdom match. They are pretty easy to follow, so I might go into my comments. There is the Snake Hair at 1500 and a face down from Bonz. Going in for the attack, and Witch of the Black Forest, so Taya will be able to draw something out with 1500 or less defense, which does include Dark Elf, which is a 2000 attacker, as Taya goes straight for it. Alright. Dude, my comments are going nuts. I'm getting so many. Oh, okay, Dark Elf is played, and Taya just drew Black Pendant as well, which I do love. Keep the comments coming. Difficult to keep up with, but I will always do my best to get back with comments. That's 21 hours ago, so I'll start from there. Aaron Van Der Venter, 123. I believe she will most likely win around 3/4 of the duels. That's for Rebecca. This is in the Rebecca and Mako match. Yeah, Becca's really strong. She probably will only lose a handful as... Oh, there's a Dark Hole from Bonz. Good draw, because Taya had a 2500 attacker on the field. Bonz can take a free shot here as well. Oh, Call of the Haunted. Very nice. He'll bring back Snakehair, and he can summon another monster here as well. This is a new name as well. Puma's DS? Or Puma's... No, I think Puma SDS. Puma's DS. I think that's how one would say that. Oh my god, Bonz has brought up a Monster Reborn. He's Tasha Violet Crystal as well. This is 3,800 points that's going to come off of Taya's total. Wow, Taya might actually pick up a loss in the first match here. Puma's DS said, damn, good duels. That was for a match with Marek and Bakura. Marek and Bakura's match was actually really good. Two entities of evil going head to head. Oh, Taya draws Waboku. That's a clutch draw, given that she... wow, if she didn't draw Waboku, she would almost lose on the next turn. Charanib. This is for the Mako and Rebecca match. Phew, that was a second duel. Sorry, I'll start that again. Wow, that was a second duel, and Nail was... Hang on, Oh, Bonz has just played Wasteland as well. Taya is in huge trouble here. Alright. Phew. Was that second duel a Nailbiter? Seeing her deck get that low probably gave Strings a Nam flashback, or a Nam flashback. Yeah, Taya's, Bakura's... Oh my god. Rebecca's deck is... it draws very heavily, so it does have that chance of running out of cards. Man, I have never had this much issue getting words out before. Okay. Oh, Taya's got Hoshiningen. Oh, it's such a shame she didn't play Fairy's Gift, because if she did, she would have had a 1900, because Hoshiningen will bring all the dark types down. Although they still would have been able to destroy it on the next turn, but... Taya has not got a lot of counterplay here. I think she's going to have to... She can't even put Silver Bow and Arrow with that defense card she's got, that Elding, so I think that's a spellcaster. I don't think it's a fairy. Puma's DS again as well. The classic. This is a comment from Yugi and Kaiba's match, which was It wasn't bad. Very fast, very hard-hitting match as Taya has decided to play Hoshin Ingen. And yeah, it's not looking good for Taya. She's just floundering around trying to find some sort of counterplay, but she's got absolutely nothing. She'll be able to survive the next turn, but it's she's going to have to draw like a dark hole or something. All right, Mecha Jason. Normally, I think that Bandit Keith would have Tristan bent over like a punch to the gut, but unfortunately, Tristan has got a lot of magic and traps that could really screw with a person's mind. He does, and speaking of screwing with minds, this is for the Bandit Keith and Tristan match. Speaking of screwing with minds, didn't Marek do a real number on Bandit Keith when he went screaming out that burning building like a little girl? In the anime, as we see, Taya is down to 1850, Bonz at 3700. So Taya is now going to be down to 750, and surprisingly, Bonz looks like he's going to pick up this first match. Again, this is also from the Yugi and Kaiba match as well. Ray Hunter Gaming 8689, nice duel, Team Kaiba. Oh my god, I just missed that. Taya drew Spirit of the Harp. Are you kidding me? 2000 defense. That is an absolute clutch heart of the cards draw. And Bonz will not be able to get that off the field unless he has something in his hand, like a fissure or something. Nope, end phase. And Mecha Jason, thank God your friend had a piss because I saw his hand before. Yeah, Stanky was going to lose outright. Also, when he activated Magic Cylinder on Kaiser Seahorse, I would have not done that. Let him attack in the big shield, take the 900, then wait for the blue eyes. Yeah, that's strategic as well to hold Magic Cylinder, waiting for the big hard-hitting monster to come out. As Taya has just drawn Doriado. Still with that 2000 defense and goes straight to her end phase. And Bonz also has passed his turn, so Taya's just drawn Maiden of the Moonlight. Shame she doesn't have that Hoshin Ingot now. She could do a lot of damage with it with some of the monsters she's getting. I mean, Bonz still well in control here, but to the end phase again, so he does have a lot of weaker zombie monsters and he just must be pulling them all now. As Taya's drawn Red Medicine, that'll give her a little bit of a safety net buffer. She does have a Magic Jammer on the field now as well, I just seen. So she could block a fissure. Aya heading for the sun says this is for the Bandit Keith and Tristan match. If it wasn't obvious already, I think this shows how important it is to hold onto a Dark Hole until you actually have to use it. Yeah, blow your Dark Hole too early. Strategically, if you use it early, you can gain a field advantage in this era of Yu-Gi-Oh, which usually will win you the match, but unless your opponent has counterplay, you will often end up using your whole hand. I don't know, there's many different ways to go about a Dark Hole. I too, when I'm playing, I do prefer to hold it a bit, to wait for the opponent to get their best stuff on the field, then use it, but sometimes if you wait too long, you can sometimes regret it as well. That's why Yu-Gi-Oh is so good, is because there's so many different ways to play the game, and it's so unpredictable as well. I think that's why it's so appealing. This one is coming from Rebecca and Myers duel, Rare Hunter Gaming 8689. Yes, again, nice duel. The heart of the cards isn't real with a wink face as well. As Taya and Bonz have now both outdrawn. They've gone to 6 cards in their hand. Bonz has put 2 more monsters on the field, and he can't get past this 2000 defense. Okay, he's gone to attack that Muse on the field. SCH292, bro, this was a close duel on Rebecca. As for me, I see that when come to Maya, you cannot stall or play in a defensive manner in the early turns. You have to play very aggressive. Watch yourself and hope you don't brick, otherwise Maya will overrun and overwhelm you. At 35 minutes 5 seconds is the most epic anime moment. At 37 minutes 2 seconds was second epic anime moment. That Rebecca and Maya duel, yeah, that had some absolute clutch draws at the absolute perfect time. It was a really good match. It was a long one, but it was a good one. Brawell says, when I saw the 39 minutes deep down, I just knew Rebecca was going to wipe the floor with my... It's either a short duel with the opponent winning or a long one with Rebecca slowly grinding the enemy deck unusable. That dark hole was insane. Was insane luck. GG. So yeah, some absolute clutch dark holes were drawn up in that duel. There's nothing better when you draw a dark hole. You're down, all chips are down, you've got one card left to draw, and you just pull a dark hole. As we see Yugioh Megami. And how many turns has the Spirit of the Heart been on the field? I would love to see what's in Bonz' hand. He's got 3 monsters now, all with 2,000 attack points. And Pumpkin, the King of Ghosts, doesn't boost up zombie monsters on this. Bonz is throwing away a lot of weak zombie monsters, so he must just be not drawing what he needs. Taya as well. 7 monster cards in hand. Otbat says, the heart of the cards is clutch. Alright, this is also from Becca and Mai. Novus Tempestus. With that heart of the cards draw is Rebecca turning into the Queen of Games. That could very well be a title we could give to Rebecca, Queen of Games, as... Oh, we've just seen Wingweaver as well. Because deep down, I think Rebecca did have a bit of a crush on Yugi. So did Taya. Maybe they can... Taya... Rebecca would have been the better duelist. So, yeah, I could give Rebecca the title of Queen of Games. You know what? If she wins Duelist Kingdom, she will get the title of Queen of Games. Wow, Bonz still unable to get that. Oh, there's Kestis of Dagla. Taya does have Gyakuten Megami on the field as well, in her hand, sorry, as well. Man, I'm all over the place today with my words. My bad. This might be the worst I've ever done. Anyway, Spirit of the Harp has just been tributed. And we're just about to see Gyakuten Megami come to the field. And down goes Kestis of Dagla. So that's going to be at 2,300 now. And Bonz, wow, he had all the advantage and he just can't get the finishing blow. My voice and my brain is a little bit fatigued. I just played a full stage on Grand Theft Auto London. Did anyone play Grand Theft Auto London back in the day? It was on PS1. I think it was on PC as well. It was like a it was like DLC before DLC was a thing. Chronologically, it is the first GTA game. It's set in the 60s, and I'm going to do a series. I'm currently in the production stage of it as well, myself, but I want to do a series where I do every GTA game in chronological order before we get GTA 6, if we ever get GTA 6. As Elves Light now is now equipped to Maiden of the Moonlight. That'll put that to 1900. Bonz shifted his cards to defense mode, and Snakehair is actually going to get knocked off by a weaker monster in terms of attack. And, oh, do you keep Dark Elf? Or, because it will cost 1,000 points, but no, Taya elects to keep her 1900 safe on the field. 11, Earguile. I miss the Kyber Chord Virtual Duel system. Was completely manual system where you could replicate the playground experience. Only thing you couldn't do was Crystal Beast, since it wouldn't let you put them in spell trap zones. Is that the one you're referring to, that disc one which you threw, which him and Yugi used? He wanted Pegasus to use it until Pegasus brought Mokuba out, because he's a heartless old bastard, Pegasus. I like Pegasus, so I thought he was a good villain, misunderstood villain. As Bonz has gone full defense, and this is going to be incredible. This is a 39-turn match. Magical Ghost. Oh, Castle Walls. Okay. So Taya will flush 200 points. Bonz will keep another defense card on the field. 11, Earguile also says, Leon is a character in the tournament filler arc after Orichalcos, I want to say. Okay, I don't remember that character. I think I've only watched the arc after Orichalcos. I think I've only ever watched that once. So I don't remember much about it at all. This is from the Bandit Keith and Tristan match. Anime Night 8958. I actually missed the old school Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels where you only attack the monsters and not the Duelist, and that you could summon strong monsters without sacrificing. Yeah, Duelist Kingdom rules. Unfortunately, you don't get that option of actually editing that into a rule in this one. I guess, like, you can't take tributes off is what I mean, which is a shame, because I reckon they should release a game where you can play Duelist Kingdom rules. Maybe it's limited to certain cards, but... from Rebecca and Maya's match, Mecha Jason, in the perspective of Rebecca talking, Yugi, let me in your heart with the... Oh, hang on, let me try that again. Oh, Dukuru Rider. And Magic Jammer has just been played from Taya. So Bonz was just about to summon Dukuru Rider. I don't know how much Dukuru Rider could have done, though. Been at 1900, it would have been at 2100 with Wasteland. It wouldn't have been able to get over Gyaku Tenno. Megami, it could have got rid of Maiden of the Moonlight though. Man, what a match we're seeing, 42 turns. Alright, let me try that again. Rebecca. Yugi, let me in your heart of the cards, let me draw Dark Hole. And Teddy. Well, no one's looking, I'm gonna put Dark Hole on the top of her deck. You know, it could have been that Teddy. That Teddy Bear's shifty. Oh, he had a reinforcements on the field. That's why he was trying to get Dukuru Rider down, because that would have destroyed Gyaku Tenno Megami and given Bonz the advantage. He would have had the stronger monster. I mean, Taya is holding Wing Weaver, which she hadn't put on the field, I guess, just in case Bonz flipped up a Dark Hole or something. But she's probably going to have to go for Wing Weaver now. Sometimes that is a strategy. Don't put all your best monsters on the field all at once. And look at this. Taya is making a comeback. Bonz's monsters are all off the field. Next Gem Prodigy 1612. I bet you will not read this comment in your next video. Whoa, you lose the bet, my friend. Did you watch and play Dragon Ball Z growing up? If so, are you ready for the new DBZ game coming out? I love your content. You got support from Bermuda. Wow, that's a little bit off the coast of Florida, isn't it? It's obviously where the Bermuda Triangle is with all those stories in the. But yeah, it's in the Caribbean, isn't it? From memory on map, yeah, it's a little bit like to the right off of the coast of the US. I think the closest, or one of the closest areas to Bermuda is like Florida. From what I remember Bermuda on the map, Bermuda's quite isolated as well, and it's very expensive to get to. It's also, the cost of living, from what I've heard in Bermuda, is also quite high. It's, wow, Bonz is still alive with 100 life points. Anyway, greetings from Perth, Western Australia, all the way over to Bermuda as well. Hope you're doing well. Next Gem Prodigy 1612. What's Bonz cooking up here? Goes with a face down defense after a fair bit of time. Alright. You got support from Bermuda. P.S. I am a huge wrestling, Pokemon, Digimon, and Yu-Gi-Oh fan. Well then, we are speaking the same language, my friend. Digimon, I watched Digimon back in the day, but I wasn't mad into it as... Oh, Skull Lair was played. I missed that. I was looking down at my phone, and Bonz moved 7 cards out of his graveyard. And he would have heaps. He'd have heaps of monsters in his graveyard. There goes another 4. And there goes Maiden of the Moonlight. Oh my god, Skull Lair is ripping Taya's field apart. Bonz activates Skull Lair again. He's gone with a face-down defense. Maybe he wouldn't have had a 1900 attacker straight off the bat. I guess Bonz is worried about attacking because he's only got 100 life points. Oh, it's Taya's turn. That is absolutely incredible. Taya has just lost her whole field to the effect of Skull Lair. Dude, Skull Lair is one of the most underrated cards. There's another card called Grave Robber's Retribution, which goes really well with Skull Lair. every card that's been removed from play, you inflict 100 points of damage to your opponent. So Bonz would be inflicting 1,500 points of damage to Taya's life points per standby phase. I really should put that card in Bonz's deck. Taya went for an attack with Shining Friendship, and it was Crass Clown. I guess Bonz put that in defense because he was worried about his 100 life points. And he's just tributed and pulled Crawling Dragon. Although if he did attack with Crass Clown, Taya could have played Chorus of Sanctuary with Wing Egg Elf as well. I can understand Bonz being concerned about his life points. Only 100 left. Oh, Soul of the Pure for Taya. Oh no, I reckon Wing Egg Elf is played. And she's going to play Chorus of Sanctuary. That's going to put Wing Egg Elf at 1800. Oh dear, I think Bonz, it's likely that he's going to attack. What's he got here? Oh, he goes with Armored Zombie. It's only 1700, he's only got 100 points. Bonz has to attack, otherwise he can't win. God, what a decision. Oh, he's gone for it. Oh, he's just cost himself 100 points. Oh, that is absolutely tragic. What a match we have just seen. That might be the best of Duelist Kingdom so far. Keith and Joey's match was great. This went for 50 turns. I don't think I've had any duel go for 50 turns. How long did that match? We're only in the first match. That went, oh, what the hell? It went for 20 minutes. What a match that was. Taya has picked up the first win in absolute tragic fashion for Bonz. I did not expect that out of Taya and Bonz. I don't think any of us expected that out of Taya and Bonz. That's why I was reading comments. I didn't think the match would be like that. My word. All right, Bonz wins Rock, Paper, Scissors. He's got to win 2 in a row, which is very tough considering I think he's on the bottom of the ladder. Samwise 495, this is from the Kaiba and Yugi match. Wait, the deck monster part of the Crush Card virus is optional. When was that established? It's always been like that on actual card game. In the anime, I think that's another an anime Mandela effect. Because when I first saw Crush Card activated, I didn't know that the Destroy in the deck was optional either. You can send 3 monsters to the graveyard, but it's the player's choice that has it flipped up on them, which is quite odd. Because obviously in the anime, yeah, it destroyed every card 1500 and over. It's the most broken card in the anime. But yeah, that's how it's written in text on the card. Which, yeah, it's surprising to me as well. Oh, wow, that's very risky for Bonz to play Tribute to the Doom straight up. He's just thrown away his Temple of Skulls, and was that Muse? Damn, Taya didn't have a great card down. That's a very powerful card that Bonz has blasted straight out the bat. And he's equipped everything onto Ghoul with an Appetite. This is extremely risky play from Bonz, because if Taya's got a Dark Hole or a Fissure, Bonz has absolutely nothing left. And 117 Stephen G says, love these duels, been watching for a while and it's very entertaining at times. This has been a very fun series to produce. Extremely fun. Duelist Kingdom, Battle City, and now Rebecca's duels as well. I did some early on with the starter decks as well. That was very nostalgic as well. As Taya put a face down defense, Bonz plays down Clown Zombie. He has got reinforcements on the field, so he's got another buffer for an attack if he needs it. And, oh, Shining Friendship. All right, Bonz. All guns blazing in this one. He is absolutely going for it here. Taya is down to 4,000 points. After they played a 50-turn absolute epic in the first round. We may see a very quick one in the second. Taya again with just a face-down defense. And Crass Clown now. So when Crass Clown was destroyed in the anime, he turned into Clown Zombie. They're both at 1350. Crass Clown also has a good effect. You turn it to defense from attack, and it sends a card back to the player's hand. And oh, Hourglass of Courage. That's one that Taya must have to defend with, because usually you wouldn't want to waste that monster. Can get to 2200 as... Oh my god, Taya's beaten. That's going to be 2800. Oh my god, Taya's lost. What in the hell just happened? Bonz absolutely smashes Taya in the second round. Alright, we're going to a tiebreaker. Alright, I was expecting Taya and Bonz to be a slap fest. That little Bonz there would be absolutely spanked, but this is turning into an absolute epic. I would have thought these two would have had this caliber of match. That's why I pulled the comments out. I didn't think there'd be anything to it. Alright, third and final match between these two. Who takes this one? And, God, that's not a good starting hand for Taya. If Bonz gets ahead on this quick, he could win this duel. If Taya gets that Gyakuten no Megami to the field and equips it with Kestis of Dagla, Bonz is in big trouble. Wasteland, that's a good start for Bonz. Low key, I kind of want Bonz to win. I think it'd just be ironic if he does. There's three-legged zombies. To get to 1300, Bonz goes with a face-down spell or trap, and to the battle phase. It's a good decision. So Bonz not holding back any attack here, he's going straight for it, and Taya, she only has Dancing Elf in her hand. What does she draw? Oh, Waboku, that's a clutch draw. She can use the effect of Waboku to protect that Dancing Elf, and she can get Gyakuten no Megami to the field on the next turn, unless Bonz has anything else, maybe a 7 tools. If he's lucky, he's got that on the field. How would zombies lose to fairies in the first place? There's Blue-Eyed Silver Zombie. So Bonz pretty confident here. He must have something good on that field to be playing this confidently. Taya flips up Waboku, so now her monsters can't be destroyed. She can't take any battle damage now either. So Bonz attacks anyway, he wants to flip that up, and it is Dancing Elf. And there is Tenderness, which could defend, but if you Taya now, you've got to go for it. You've got to try and get these two monsters off the field. You don't want Bonz tributing. And there it is. Kestis of Dagla is equipped to Gyakuten no Megami. That's now at 2300, so... Okay, she goes for Blue-Eyed Silver Zombie, get an extra couple of 100 life points. 1200 now. Before, I want to go back to that comment from Next Gen Prodigy from Bermuda. He asked me, did I watch and play Dragon Ball Z? Watch? Yes. I have the entirety of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Super. Plus all the Dragon Ball Z movies, all of that, I've got all of them on DVD. I've got Resurrection F and Battle of the Gods as well on DVD. Yes, I am old school. I grew up with DVDs. I bought them all before the streaming services became a thing. Did I play any DBZ games? I played Dragon Ball Z number 3, Budokai Tenkaichi, I think. It was either Budokai or Budokai Tenkaichi 3. It's the one where you can fly around the map and sort of visit locations as you progress the story. That one was really good. And, oh, Dark Hole from Bonz. Clutch draw. We were talking about Dark Holes earlier. I do own a few. I've got Budokai 1 and 2, and I have got a 3 somewhere as well. The game shelf is next to me. And... Alright, before you watch, I'll go... I'm about to turn my phone light on. There they are. I've got Dragon Ball Z Budokai, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. So it must be Budokai 3, not Tenkaichi 3. Because I don't think that Tenkaichi Budokai 3, I don't think that has a world map fly around. I haven't actually played them. I've had them for a while. I just never played them. I've played that number 1. And all Bonz flips up a reinforcements. Tenderness is off the field, so keeping cards off Taya's field right now. And she's in trouble. She's only got Goddess of Whim. She's got 10,100 life points, so. I did play a Dragon Ball Z game on PlayStation 1 many years ago. And I did play one for the DS, which was kind of like a Final Fantasy-based Dragon Ball Z game, which was really cool. Because I remember Raditz, as you fight with Piccolo and Goku, I remember Raditz being really hard. Like, obnoxiously hard. As Dark Witch. Oh, not a good draw. Okay, Taya's going to have to go for it. She's going to toss a coin with Goddess of Whim. And she'll get the pick. And, oh, she gets it. So Goddess of Whim's attack will be doubled. Bonz loses his Dark Assailant. As for newer Gen Dragon Ball Z games, no, I haven't played many of them. I find that Dragon Ball Z games, they've never really lived up, except for that Budokai 3. Budokai 3 was phenomenal, but then again, I've never really given newer Gen Dragon Ball Z games a chance. I did see the newer one, and I won't lie, I was thinking about getting it. So, I might do that, actually, you know? Because it does actually look really good. In terms of wrestling, yes, all the way. Pokemon, I do solo runs on Pokemon. I've done 96 on Gen 1. I've got another 55 to go until I have solo run every Pokemon in Gen 1. And yes, I do plan to do Gen 2 and Gen 3 after that. So 251, another 386 is, I need my calculator for that. 251 plus 386 is, that's another 637 solo runs. I mean, I have done a couple on Gen 2, and I've done Mewtwo on Gen 3. But yes, that is a goal of mine. Solo run every Pokemon game, while doing a solo run on every game with every Pokemon available in that game, as this is starting to look a bit dicey for Taya. She's not drawing good cards, and although she had a massive life point advantage, Bonz is making a bit of a comeback here. Now, I did play a Digimon game once. I watched the anime many years ago, I don't remember much about it, but I did play a Digimon game once. It was PS1. I didn't get very far though. I think it's Argemon, the little orange dinosaur guy, and you could be his teacher in like a classroom kind of setting, and you sort of had to work with him and get him stronger, because I went into a cave and I found Drillmon or something, I think it was, and he turned around and one-shot me. But I don't remember it very much, but Digimon is something that I will have to rewatch at some point. With schools over in Perth, Western Australia, and oh, Dakura Rider's just been flipped. Taya drew Breath of Light. Ew. Ew. So Dakura Rider's, oh, he's taken both these monsters off the field, which means he will do less damage, but a 1900 attacker is stronger than that 900 that he had, so possibly more difficult for Taya to get that off the field now, Dakura Rider. What was I saying? Yes, in Western Australia, back in the school days, Pokemon was the big craze. This is when I was like in my peak kid years, between those ages of, what, 7 and 12. Pokemon was the big thing. It was never going away. Then, oh, Robin Goblin, that's a great card as well. And, oh, stop defense. Taya's going to lose a random card out of her hand. So yeah, Pokemon was the big rave of the schoolyard. Then Yu-Gi-Oh came out, and Yu-Gi-Oh blew up a lot. But that would have been high school, because I didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh much during primary school. That was high school where I had the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. No, so Pokemon came out, and Digimon was around, but Pokemon was always that little bit of a step above it. And then, like a flash in a pan, came along Beyblade. Does anyone remember Beyblade or Beyblades? The opening song on that goes, it did not need to go that hard, but man. Beyblades came, and it was massive in schools. We used to get these plastic rectangular lunch crates where we used to like bring all the lunch bags through. And down goes remove trap and get rid of Skull there. You know what that did last time. And Taya's in big trouble. Bonz has got all the advantage. So yeah, we used to flip these rectangular lunch crates. We used to use them as Beyblade arenas. But this was like year 6, year 7. Year 7 was still primary school back then. Over here, you start high school in year 7 now. When I was in primary school, they changed that a couple of years ago. They got rid of year 7 out of primary school and sent it to high school, which is lame. Let the kids have a childhood, for God's sake. So with schools over here now, they're all trying to push childhood out of the kids years earlier. Like, the reason why us 90s kids, like, the reason why we had the amazing childhood is because we were allowed to have one. As Taya is down, she's all or nothing, and she's gone. Oh my God, Bonz is going to win. Bro, how? How is Bonz winning this? It's all over. But like I was saying, a flash in the pan. Beyblades came, it was massive, and then boom, it just went. It went straight back to Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! Came and knocked it off, but Beyblades was like, yeah, I guess everyone loved spinning little discs and seeing whose would spin the longest, but like a flash in the pan, it came and it went very quickly, and this match is over. This was an absolute epic, and I cannot believe that Bonz has defeated Taya. I've seen it and I do not believe it, as that is an absolute underdog upset victory. Maybe the biggest underdog one besides Mokuba and Mai. So Bonz picks up the win against Taya, as we get a tick next to his name. The next one tomorrow is going to be Pegasus and Bakura. That sounds good. So that is only Bonz' second win for the whole tournament. Taya was 4th. That puts in perspective just how much of an upset that is. Over in Battle City, we have got Mai taking on Seeker. So can Mai overcome Exodia? We will soon see. And there will be a Rebecca match as well. She is taking on Rex Raptor, which you think should be a victory. So anyway, some production is on its way. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and thanks everyone for leaving the comments as well. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe, take care, farewell.